So what is going on here? I think that there are much larger economic forces at work. And here I am taking a cue from your own Andrew McAfee and Eric Brynjolfsson, McAfee, who supplied this slide. My view is that the strong polarization is on both sides, really, but especially on the right, a response to mounting economic inequality. So this is a map. This chart essentially shows the size of the American pie, so GDP. So real GDP is the silver line here. And then we'll focus on the green line. This is median household income. So the point here is that from 1953 to about 1983, GDP and median household income were pretty close together. They kind of moved with each other. The pie keeps getting bigger, and a typical person's slice of the pie gets bigger as well. And then starting in the early 80s and really ramping up after that, you see this great uncoupling. That is, the silver line keeps going up, 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 and up. So does labor productivity. But the green line goes flat and even starts to go a little negative. That is, the pie keeps getting bigger, but a typical person's slice of it gets smaller. And so, of course, what we're talking about here is essentially inequality. That is, the more and more of the wealth is going to a select few, and people, ordinary people, are feeling like their prospects are dimmer. They're less likely to do as well as their parents. The American dream is dying, and so on. And this has taken on a very different narrative on both sides of the political divide. On the right, it's coastal elites and undeserving recipients of government aid and undeserving immigrants who are sucking up all of the value in society, and the real hardworking Americans, which often means white Christian Americans, are not getting their fair share. On the left, it's more of a Bernie Sanders kind of narrative, which is that the billionaires have rigged the system in their favor, and ordinary people are paying the price. Regardless of which narrative you think is right, the facts of rising inequality are undeniable. And if I'm right in thinking that it is this economic resentment and discontent that is ultimately driving people's polarized political attitudes, then that suggests that we have to address this root economic problem. That I think that what's going on here, to put it in Rawlsian terms, is that people feel like the social contract is broken. That if you play by the rules and you do your part, you no longer benefit the way you should, the way that you used to. And that it's people on the other side who are causing this problem. So from my point of view, any intervention, any policy that's going to help, it's going to have to address this problem of distrust and the sense that the people on the other side are not people you can trust and not people you can work with, and people who are benefiting at your expense instead of benefiting through mutual cooperation. I'll skip the bio.